pretty late. A little unconventional track day, but today we're driving the race car to the track. Yeah, tonight we're driving the race car to the track. My truck is unfortunately in the shop, which means tonight we're loading up the M2. Definitely unconventional. This is not as practical as the Type R was, but it fits all the essential. We've got a spare tire, we've got our miscellaneous tools, a jack, and even some Meguiar's cleaning products. So that's all we need. Today we're heading 2.5 hours all the way to the desert to one of my most unfamiliar tracks here in California, Chuckwalla Valley Raceway. It's, to me at least, a scarier track. Oh, by the way, I probably should preface this. You guys might notice we have different set of wheels on. Well, they're the same set of wheels, but we had actually ordered these before Grid Life, and they ended up showing up the day after we left for Grid Life, so they didn't make it in time. So I thought there's no better way to break them in than to take them to our test and tune day in the M2. So we do have some gold Titan 7 TP10, which is the PhD racing spec for these M2s, the biggest and the widest that you can go for this car. And we wanted to get an extra set. We didn't want to do the same silver, so we went with gold, and they pop a little more. I think it looks pretty freaking sick. We're already cooking. Car's loaded, wheels and tires are on. We're ready to hit the road and head 2.5 hours into the desert. It's already 7:30. I was supposed to leave an hour and a half ago. We should probably get going. Oh, we're so close. This car is kind of a death trap on the streets, but it makes for an interesting drive. This thing is very scary. But this is the classic
proceed to the route.
Only gas station before you get to Chuckwalla, so doing good on gas. Let's see. Doing good on gas. I'm gonna fill up, get some snacks, and we will be making it to the race car cabins. Oh, thank God we made it. You know, I haven't driven this car on the street in a really long time, other than when driving it back from WRTeknica. It's scary. But in like a really good way though. Oh, yes. All right, we can take a break. It needs two hands. Come. Oh, yes. It smells like Las Vegas out here. Most important, let's get some water. Oh, it's so sad that I don't have Ghost here. R.I.P. Elite. Lastly, good to go. Sick. Ooh. Definitely gonna have to get some photos of the M2 right here. So rad. Tell me this isn't the sickest accidental spot ever. Look at this. Sick gas station lighting. It's like old school. Nice. Alright, I'm wasting so much time. It's late. We are so close. We're like 20 minutes away, but I had to stop and get some photos here. It looks so cool. Especially the gold wheels, I'm digging it. Heck yeah. All right, let's get to our cabin.
In about 19 miles, take exit 192 onto Rice Road.
Oh God, it's freaking stock power. How does that make any sense? Let's go,
Arrived.
boys. It's so dark. We've made it. My keys. Now, the coolest part about Chuckwalla is the race car cabins. We don't have a hotel tonight. We got, check this out. How effing sick is this? Race car cabins. Quick cabin check. This is freaking dope. There we go. bedroom, living room, and full-on bathroom. This is epic. This makes coming to Chuckwalla the best. Now usually you would come here early to hang out with friends, grill out, whatever. We were super busy in the shop today, so we didn't have that, but it's just nice to come here, get some good sleep before the track anyways. Look at this, this is freaking a little toasty in here, but oh, yes. We got some work done. The race car cabin, unbeatable. Take a little sneak peek at the M2, so sick. All right. It's effing late. I gotta get up early. We got an early start to the track day in the morning because it's gonna be hot. So with that, get some sleep. Oh, and I'll see you guys bright and early for test day. Good morning guys and welcome to Chuckwalla Valley Raceway. We are here with SoCal Drivers Club, the best organization in Southern California to come track your cars, and let me tell you why. It is racing all day, no sessions, no groups. It is come in, come out as you please so we can get all the testing and all the data that we need to help either improve driving or improve the car. And specifically for today, we are here with WRTeknica because we're going to be doing some suspension tuning on the M2. As you guys saw, we just got back from Grid Life Laguna Seca and it was awesome. The car was a missile. We drove great. We got a 136.0 Laguna on a stock power, stock aero car, which is awesome. But now it's time to dial in what we currently have. You guys saw us recently install all of the SPL arms. We have the new Nitron R3 two-way suspension, and we've never really dove into that. And that's one of the most, if not the most important part of a car is the suspension. So today we're gonna be fine tuning, getting all the data on the new suspension that we have, dialing in our compression, our rebound, seeing if we need to make alignment changes, etc. There were a couple of things that I felt with the car at Laguna Seca, as far as maybe hitting a curb, the turn in and turn out of a car feeling either oversteering or understeering. So today we're gonna figure all that stuff out. To start today out, we got the man Will. Ready, dude?
The plan is to go out there, shake down the car on new dampers, and then come back in and make some adjustments.
Make some adjustments. So you haven't ever driven the car on the coilovers and the all-new arm. So I'm very curious to see what you think. I gave Will my feedback. Now he's gonna go sit in the car, drive it for himself, and see what he thinks about the car, and then we can get started with today. But Will's gonna take the M2 out for the first time and get this thing cooking. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Mike Boss.
Oh, what is this?
Allspa Supra has been upgraded. It is now full transformer mode. It looks freaking sick. Last time we were here together,
You drove it?
I drove it and this car was not like this.
No, it was similar. I put on the wing and I had like my splitter on. I didn't have the diffuser.
This is the car that made me want to get a Supra, but I got an M2.
Yeah, you got something arguably a little better.
It's pretty sick. But no, this thing is rad. He's got all new air. Look at that diffuser, big fat juicy wing. This is probably the coolest Supra of all time. Dude, this thing is so cool. I love the mix of like JD, like Japan time attack style.
Yeah.
In this with the Ings bumper now.
I know. Well, shout out to Hannah Burton. This is her kid.
I remember, yeah. So freaking cool, guys. I'm excited to see Mike around. Mike is a fast boy, so I'm excited to see it.
I don't know about today. It might be.
It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot.
But I'm gonna try.
That's part of it. I'm like doing a lot of suspension tuning, so we'll see how that is today.
You have the nitrons on now.
Nitrons and the SPL.
Oh,
yeah.
Enjoy.
Good luck today. Quick turnaround for Will. Must have some adjustments.
Just needs a lot of adjustment at the moment. Yeah. You know, whatever you did out there in Laguna Seca, I give you props because like the car is you know, it hasn't been dialed ever since we did the
never.
the dampers and everything.
Yeah.
It's literally out of the box the way you installed it, you drove it.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Next time you drive it, it's gonna be like a whole different car.
That's what I like to hear, baby. That's why we're doing this. Now this is usually the part that we don't really show is all the setup and adjustment. What's up?
You'll make some adjustments.
Okay.
If I'm not around, go drive it. And then when I come back out or something, I'll take it out again.
Okay, sounds good. This is the most important part of building a race car, is all the adjusting that you have to do to get it fine-tuned. Because again, we didn't touch it. It's out of the box. We never adjusted the dampening. We adjusted the ride height out of the coilovers, but that's about it. So being able to get all of this data from not only me, but you know, professional drivers out here and professional teams is gonna be so beneficial to us and what we're doing. So Justin here, you guys remember Justin's gonna be making some adjustments. I'm gonna go out, drive it a little bit. Will take it back out. We'll see how she feels.
We are adjusting rebound and compression.
So I don't know if I noted this, but we are still on our old tires from 2 Laguna Seca track days. So today's not a fast day, but it's going to be a or very, very big learning day.
5 clicks rebound and a little bit of compression in the rear.
Okay, so let's see how she feels. All right, let's go see how she feels. It'll be super nice doing suspension tuning like this. Let's get a feel of it and learn how to drive on like shitty tires. Woo! Feels way better. Absolutely insane. Just from the adjustments that Will did, this car feels like a completely, just like you said, a completely different car. It feels insane. Just for reference, my last time I was here without the suspension, granted it was with this, did I have the suspension? No, it was without the suspension. We did like a 202 or 203. Without even trying, we just did a 2-minute, almost sub 2-minute here at Chuckwalla, which is so epic. So I'm excited to see what else he can do. I think Will's gonna take her back out and make some adjustment. They're already talking about wanting to lower the front end of the car and do some alignment adjustment as well, which unfortunately won't get done today, but we can make note of it so that when we go next time, we have that data. So today's been really, really cool so far. I mean, it's so early, only 9 o'clock, but I feel like so much has been learned about this car already, and now that I saw the light at the end of the tunnel for that sub 2, I really want it today. I'm gonna try and do it with the heat, but we'll see what happens. Boom. Whatever you did, you worked your magic. Sub 2, baby. Will's gonna go back, make some more adjustments to whatever he thinks, and we'll see how she ends up. And again, remember, these are some old tires. These have a couple of track days already on them, so this is the 3rd track day. So to be out here in 100 degrees running 59s, that's sick. We're getting this car, guys. We're getting this car. We've never dived this deep into any car before, so it's just very, very exciting to see the progression. And at one point it's going to be tenths of a second, but that's what racing's all about. So Will's going to go back out, see if he can make any adjustments and see what happens. Fender, baby. Absolute heater 58. Now that is what I call a PB. Will, thank you, sir. Yo, what are some of the adjustments that we made to the car today? Because I know we had not touched anything. So, like I told you guys at the beginning, the purpose of today was to fine tune and test the suspension, because that's probably one of the most major parts of the car.
Yeah, so you got new dampers, new arms and all of that, but everything was just kind of set to the middle. And I didn't get a chance to shake down the car or anything yet. So, and then you ran at grid life and you know, you did pretty good, but there's still a lot more on the table. But now the car actually turns.
It's so good. Yes, I don't know if you guys could tell in the GoPro footage, but I can actually, like, where I point the wheel, the car goes. That was the big problem with this car, was how heavy this thing is. It was really, really floaty. A lot of the footage previously, you guys could see all of the understeer that this thing had. But now it feels like it just goes, and it's so sick.
Yeah, so every time we go out there, right? So I went out, what, 4 times?
Yeah.
I go out there for a few laps, come in, make some adjustment, go out for a few laps, come in, make some adjustment, adjust tire pressure, and just really getting close and zeroing down on where the car needs to be. And you know, every time I come in, it gets slightly better. It gets slightly better. Currently, we are almost at the max of the adjustment right now on these dampers before we have to make some more adjustment at the shop.
Right.
So when we go back to the shop, we'll give it a little bit more and then unlock more performance.
That's gonna be sick. It's so cool to actually be able to like make those adjustments at the track and be able to use them purposefully, because of what going out there at the beginning, obviously not driving super hard, but running, you know, 2-minute flats, and then being able to go out in 114-degree heat and run 58s. That's insane, and that's just proof of the setup doing its job, which is really cool. Now, like Will said, getting this thing back to the shop and making alignment adjustments, that's gonna make it a whole different car as well. And also, I think we need to work on brakes.
Yes.
So you guys saw us use the Girodisc GP35 pads in replacement of our Endless, which are really good. I personally like those better than the Endless, but now we're gonna adjust the rear braking because it feels almost like the bias is off.
So the rear brakes are a little bit too good right now, so we need to numb that down. So we need to go with the lower compound so that it doesn't cause the car to try to like skid, or kind of like pulling an e-brake going to the corner.
And you guys can probably again see me when I'm going into brake having to kind of dance that steering wheel, and that's because that rear brake is, that ABS is kind of locking up and doing something like this, causing the car to kind of unsettle. Whereas if we had a softer compound, it would all kind of work in unison.
Yeah, and you know another thing where I totally forgot about this, but up until I remember, oh, you know what? In the setting, there are like the brake adjustment in the car setting itself, where on the sport mode, it gives you even more assist. I turned it back to comfort so that we could push more on the pedal instead of relying on the car to push harder for you. And that actually helped a lot because now it's not overloading the rear too quickly.
Yeah, so if anybody's running an M2, I would suggest putting your brake on comfort and trying that out, because that did help us out a lot. But freaking dialed this thing in today, and it is essentially like an all new car. It feels so good. I wish we had time to do this before Laguna. I would have loved to see what I could have ran in this car, a setup like this now. But name of the game, that's racing. So we'll be prepared better for next time, and I'm excited to continue dialing this thing in. Oh my God, I'm so freaking hyped. 58s, baby. This madman. Well, with the massive success that we've had today, I'm gonna give the M2 a break. There are so many great cars out here that we're gonna go take a look at. Show you guys a little bit about what came out. Really beautiful air-cooled Porsches. Hopefully my camera doesn't overheat. It is blazing hot out here. So take a little bit of a break, maybe go out one more time, but it's getting hot and I don't think times are getting faster. I gotta drive home on those tires, so we'll see. Massive Porsche day here, which is so cool to see. We got 992s, 991, oh, the Turbo S. Look at the Carrera GTS, this thing is insane. A couple of cars I gotta show you guys over here. 997 GT3, is this a 972? Oh my God. They're just so good. I love to see people using their cars how they're meant to be used. Oh my gosh, this thing is beautiful. I love this one right here with the center locks and the cage in the rear. He's got buckets on the inside. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm just geeking out, guys, I'm sorry. Bear with me. Look at the center locks. OZ Racing Porsche center locks on the 997. That's a good spec. The couple of cars I had to show you guys were the air-cooled Porsches over here. Oh my God. Purpose-built, driven like it's supposed to be, with an epic kit on it.
Stainless.
Look at this thing. And you said 4.4 in this?
Yeah, it's a 4.4.
What the? I've never...
I don't know.
Why the 4.4?
Well,
so everybody, this is Jay. Jay builds these. And engines, everything. This is his actual car here. Used to race it, doesn't do too much racing anymore, but does track days. He built his car into a 4.4 monster. What does this thing drive like being, how much power does the 4.4 make, first of all?
4 something, I think.
How does that feel in this? Yeah.
I mean, the car's, you know, 2,000 pounds or 2,200 pounds.
Yeah, that's crazy. This thing is so cool. So what did it start out as? What was
73 911. It was a street car I bought in 1990, so.
And then it turned into this.
Yeah.
Wait, tell us how much you bought it for again?
It was 7,500 bucks.
That is insane.
73 911. That's what it was before, you know, way back, 30 years ago or whatever.
That is so cool.
That's how it was. So, yeah, it's been great.
4.4 full track spec. I mean, this thing is so rad. Beautiful. I didn't get any footage, but it's hot. I didn't get any footage, but Jay was ripping out there, and I had to come see this car in person because it gets driven how it's supposed to be. Wow. Man,
it's a rat rod. No, these are old school. This
okay.
I shouldn't even be using these wheels. These are date stamped. Wow. 96 or something.
That is so
GT2
cool.
993 wheels.
No way.
I mean, I should be saving them.
Wow. Yeah, put these in a freaking glass box.
Yeah, it's BT2 or 3 RSR wheel on the back.
That's so crazy.
So, yeah.
Man, Jay, thank you for taking the time to entertain me here. This thing is just so cool. I had to stop by.
Thank you.
What a dream. What a dream. And I will definitely be in touch.
Yeah, let me know if I can.
Yeah,
probably.
I was talking with
Okay.
They're ready, dude.
But there's nothing
Congrats.
like really nice
Another track, another sub too.
like street car.
Thank you, sir. Adios, amigo.
Adios. Thank you for
Hey,
coming.
thank you
Appreciate
for
it.
having me. Always,
Of course.
STC forever. Appreciate you guys. It's time to go. This is just beginning.
Good,
I'm
good.
pumped. And that is a wrap. What a freaking awesome day at SoCal Drivers Club. It was a spicy one, but the M2 did so well, and I'm so happy that we came out here and decided to do the full suspension tuning. The car feels like a whole new car, which is epic. We decided to go out one last time. Still feels crazy, and I'm usually having the M dynamic traction control. You can dial that from 10 to 0, and I usually keep it around 6 or 5 depending on the track, and we just turned it completely off. And honestly, with the new setup changes, I felt completely comfortable having 0 traction control whatsoever, which is pretty epic. Overall, this was a very, very big win and definitely worth coming out on a hot track day. It's also just because of the way SoCal Drivers Club is set up to where you're able to run all day like this. So if you guys are interested in a track day in SoCal, obviously SoCal Drivers Club, but more importantly, if you're interested in getting your car set up properly for the track, Will from WRTeknica can hook you up, as well as Justin, our alignment guy, the absolute best. So we got a 3-hour drive back home. It is freaking hot. Let's get going. Well guys, this wraps it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the track content, because next year's gonna be a big push in my racing. So yeah, I really hope you guys have been enjoying it. But this video was a lot of fun to make. It was fun just to dive into the suspension. It was really cool. We've never really done that before, so hopefully it was interesting for you guys to watch as well, and hopefully you want to see more of it, because we are going to be going hard in the paint on the M2 and the Porsche race car. So stay tuned for all of it. But anyways, it's late. I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you guys leave us a like, leave us a comment down below. Let's do hashtag made it to the end. We haven't done a hashtag made it to the end in a long time, so leave us one of those. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. We will see you guys for the next episode. Peace out.